It's Friday night. It's 7 p.m. That means it's time for the Paul Nicky Show. The greatest show on earth. Yeah!
Yay! I am not Nicky New.
I'm not Paul Linden very well.
But this is the Paul and Nicky Show. We are back after having a week off.
Yeah, good, yeah. Yeah, nice to be back. You happy to have us back?
I think they said they are, Nicky.
Yeah.
I think they said
I
they
thought
are.
I was on my own for a minute then. You went really quiet all of a sudden.
I did.
Yeah. Oh.
Rip it. Did you watch us on Revelation TV this week?
Yes, Rev TV. It's really good, wasn't it? Thoroughly.
It was good,
I'm
good time.
really am pleased with how that came out. That came out really well because you never, when you're doing it, when we're presenting it and everything else, you know, obviously you can feel quite good about it, but you never really know exactly how it's going to come out once you see it afterwards. And obviously we're always prepared for it. But no, very pleased with how that came out, and it was good, wasn't it?
Very, very nice. I look very handsome in my suit.
I was happy with my hair as well. I was looking at the hair. I was like, "Yes, Steve, I'm happy with the hair. It looks okay. It's not all windswept or anything." It was.
That was actually, yeah, because that's the thing when you're going from like train to train to train.
Yes, you sort of
you're
think,
walking to these places.
No,
Yeah,
my hair's still gonna look
you start
alright.
off looking great. By the time you got there, it's like hairs everywhere and everything else.
Yes, yeah. And I think it was only the first time, last time, that because I sort of said, "Oh, do you mind, Luke, if I could just check my hair quickly?" That was the first time we were able to go in that bit and look at the mirror, wasn't it? They had a mirror, didn't they? And sort of out the back and just have a real quick look.
Cool. Well, should we go over to our first section?
Yes.
Happy. What are we going over to?
Freaky facts.
It's time for
Freaky facts. Woo!
I'm so glad Nicky does that and not me. So
And that is dedicated to Mr. Pete, because I know you love that Mr. Pete. That's for Mr. Pete.
cool. Shall I start us off?
Yeah.
Now, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel, but British inventors John Foden and Yannick Reed have come up with a bicycle that actually flies.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Okay.
It's called the Explore Air Paravello, and it's composed of a folding bicycle and a lightweight trailer that contains a biofuel-powered fan motor. The motor turns the fan, and with enough of a runway, it can reach up to 25 miles per hour in the air and reach 4,000 feet in altitude. Wow. And while the inventors were unable to reach their funding goal to produce enough Explorers for wide availability, they are offering their inventive services through bespoke production. I do like the word bespoke.
Yes, bespoke.
Fancy a bespoke flying bike?
Bespoke flying table. No, flying bike.
Flying table?
I think I'm looking at the
How's that going to work? Let me just do some writing. Hey, come back.
It's a lovely bespoke table.
Bespoke flying table. A bespoke, you nutter. Bespoke flying bike.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
But
the Paul and Nicky Show flying in the air.
You need to be strapped in properly, wouldn't you? You'd be like E.T. You need to be strapped in properly and stuff.
You get up in the air and
I
realise
think
you've got a
that would
puncture.
feel quite scary though, because do you have anything around you? Because bikes don't, you just got your frame.
Yeah.
So if you've got nothing around you, you'd feel probably quite vulnerable going up in the air.
You would. You'd have to make sure that E.T. is in your basket in the front to make sure that you land nice and softly.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how I'd feel about that. If I had something around me, I'd probably feel better.
I wonder how much they are as well. It doesn't say on here how much they are, but that'd be pretty cool though, having imagine flying to work on your bike.
Yeah, if you didn't go too high, I think I'd feel okay.
It'd be like the witch at the Wizard of Oz.
What are you saying?
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Witchy.
No, not you.
Apparently I've got witchy nails.
I'm not saying you're witchy.
Fingers, but my mum says. Anyway. Right, shall I share my one then?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. Right, pine trees have proven that they can grow inside the body. Doctors recently went into surgery to remove what they thought was a tumour. It turned out to be a fir tree growing in the man's lungs.
That is disgusting.
That's pretty weird, isn't it, to think about? I'm like, really? Because I really did look up really strange, freaky facts, and some of them that I saw, I thought, oh yeah, that's a bit creepy to share, to be honest.
Creepy.
But that's kind of creepy, isn't it?
Cut it
really?
open, there's Mr. Miyagi inside,
That's-
chopping it away at his bonsai
Mr.
tree.
Miyagi, yeah.
Get out of there, Mr. Miyagi.
Wax on.
Wax on.
Wax on.
So actually a tree, well, sort of a tree, was growing inside of his lung.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
apparently.
There you go, guys. So don't breathe in any tree. Hang on a minute. How do they grow? How big's are the seeds to breathe that in?
Well, it obviously can't be that big, can it?
It's a
It can't
pine
be
cone. They're massive.
It can't be. It says a fir tree growing into the man's lungs. It can't be that big, can it? It can't be.
There you go. That's one for our viewers. Tell us how big a fir tree's
Maybe Dan can look that
seed
up
is.
properly. I don't know.
Okay, here's a freaky fact. Did you know that dolphins? You like dolphins?
Yeah, I do.
Can you do the sound?
No, you better do it.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like that. Yeah. Don't they make them
They do.
sound? I can't do it. I'm rubbish with animal sounds. Whoa, that's whales.
Yeah. Yeah, some people listen to whale music, don't they? And, yeah, go on.
So dolphins, did you know they sleep with
Okay.
one eye open?
Oh, okay.
How creepy
Yeah.
would that be? If you woke up in the middle of the night and Steve was
that.
looking at you like that,
Apparently, I have slept before, and apparently my eyes have been like half open.
and Steve turned out to be a dolphin. That'd be even weirder. Flapping his tail in the bed. One eye
Be
open.
weird. Splash. Gets to mind. Mermaid tail starts developing.
That's bizarre. I wonder why they even bother shutting the one eye. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
it's dark enough down there already. You don't need to shut your eyes, do you?
Wow. I don't quite know what their eyesight, how good their eyesight is. I'm not
I've
really.
walked in on Sarah once because Sarah's like an
in.
avid reader. She's always reading books. I
Yeah.
walked in on her one night and she was sat in bed with a book in front of her, eyes wide open, staring at it,
Really?
snoring. She had literally, this is no lie, no word of a lie. You can ask Sarah for yourself. She was literally asleep with her eyes open looking at a book. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Were they like this? Were they kind of half
No,
shut?
properly open, like that.
Properly
Just staring at a
open.
book. I thought she was just reading a book.
So if you
Then
did
she started,
that-
then she started snoring.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, I just started laughing. I thought, she can't be asleep. But she was snoring as looking at this book.
Oh wow.
And yeah, she'd completely zoned out, fallen asleep with her eyes wide open.
Oh wow. Well, I've never done that before. Apparently, I've been caught before. Steve was saying with my eyes like the eyelids sort of half down and whatever. But
You look like a corpse though, when Steve showing pictures of you asleep.
Corpse.
You look like this white.
Oh, I did in that one horrible
Like
picture you put up
corpse,
for me.
it's
I was
like-
like, thanks for that, babe. I was in my pink jogging bottoms. And I was just like, I think I was feeling absolutely
It's just
exhausted
like,
that
your
day.
eyes
and it
were
just
kind of like, I think,
catches me
slightly
at the
open. You're like so
worst
pale.
moment.
And it's just like
I'm probably not feeling very
a
well.
dead body lying there.
Thanks very much. Oh, okay, moving
move
on. The other thing apparently about wild dolphins, which I was going to say, is apparently they call each other by name.
Or like Jeff and Harold.
Jeff!
Harold!
Steve! Harold! Amy! Apparently, yeah.
Dave.
They know, it's Dave.
Dolphin Dave. Here comes Dolphin
there you
Dave
go, that's
watching. He's the one
another thing
sleeping with one eye
about
open.
Okay, I'll show you this one now. This one is, in the 1800s, dentures were made out of the real teeth of deceased people. Just imagine
That's
that, having that in your
gross.
mouth, and it's a dead person's
A dead
teeth.
person's chompers in your own mouth.
Oh, that's pretty gross, isn't it?
Not only that, you know that their dental hygiene back then wouldn't
Yeah,
even
exactly.
nowadays I wouldn't want
It's-
that, but
no.
dental hygiene
Was
back in say
bad.
1800s.
Yeah. It's bad.
No, thank you.
I'm not sure, how long that went on for, as in until it changed. I don't know.
They should have just got those kind of, is it Wrigley's extra chewing gums and stuck like that?
Yeah, I don't think that's not very nice, is it? Not a nice
dead
thought,
person's
really.
teeth
Yeah,
in
it's
your
not a nice thought.
You'd want to know a bit about them first, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Like,
no, just nothing at all,
what's
really.
their
It's just
history? What do they enjoy eating? Are they fans of fish? That type of stuff?
yeah, fans of Stilton.
I'm that gun in my mouth. No, thank you.
Or did they have like halitosis and gross?
Okay, did you know one of the earliest known vacuum cleaners, or as my old professor used to say, vacuum.
Hoovers.
Vacuums are not vacuum, vacuum. That's the official.
Can't we just say Hoover?
Yeah, what's a product name?
I say Hoover. So Steve tells me off. He says it's a vacuum. I'm like, it's Hoover. He said that's a brand, Nick. I'm like, no, it's not. It's a Hoover.
You can tell Steve off because when he says it's a vacuum, you can say, actually, no, it's a vacuum.
Vacuum. Apparently,
that's how you really pronounce it, according to my professor at university. It's a vacuum. Okay, so vacuum cleaners were so large that they had to be hauled from house to house via a horse-drawn carriage.
Really? Wow.
And its giant hoses were popped through the windows of customers, and a gas-powered motor generated the suction that pulled the dirt and debris into a glass container where onlookers could gawk at the volume of filth coming from their neighbours' homes.
Right.
That must have been like entertainment for the day.
Yeah, probably.
Didn't have any television,
yeah,
but
that's
look,
right. Look all the dirt from their
Look how
carpet.
dirty your house is. Look at that. Oh.
Definitely more than Susie's next door.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know why, but I just call them Hoovers. I don't know why, like, I've always done that. Even though it's the brand, it's
Well, they're not called Hoovers, they're called vacuums.
It's not, it's...
Let's role play. I know, let's role play. Say it again, say it to me.
It's a Hoover.
Actually, it's a vacuum.
Actually, it's a vacuum.
What? Should we try it once more? Right, okay, let's try it again. Okay.
Where's the Hoover? Get the Hoover out.
Actually,
the Hoover.
it's not called a Hoover, it's called a vacuum.
Actually, it's a vacuum.
What? Okay, so there we go. There's some role play. You've got to use that at home now.
Yeah.
And you're corrected by Steve.
Okay.
Okay, we're going over to...
Oh, yes.
The games of insanity.
Games of
insanity. This week I'm doing games of insanity. I have got 10 movie quotes. And Nikki has to get 5 or more correct to win. All right, I'm going to give you 10 seconds though to guess.
10 seconds.
Yeah, because we've got to speed these programs up a little bit. So I'm going to read out the quote.
Dan been telling us off for the time.
Probably. I'm going to read the quote and then you have to tell me what film it's from. You have to get 5 or more to win. Okay, so join in at home. See if you can guess what movies these film quotes are from. Here's the first one. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
I can't think of the name of it. Hang on, I've got the name in it.
Answer?
Is...
Wizard of Oz!
Yes, Wizard of Oz with the red shoes!
But you didn't get it! You didn't get it. Okay, so you failed on the first one.
Oh!
Okay, here's the second movie quote. Let's see if you can get this, guys. Ready?
Go on.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, she wins. Okay, so that's 1 point. Okay, here's the next one. Hasta la vista, baby.
Hang on, I got to think which one that's off.
2, 1. Answer?
Predator.
Oh, it's Terminator. Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh,
I should have got that. Okay.
I know.
Here's the next one. Hey, yo, Adrian. 5. Rocky, well done. Okay. Here's the next one. Madness. This is Sparta.
300.
Oh, well done. You got 300. One of my favourite films of all time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got 3 at the moment. Okay, 3 at the moment.
And then...
The next quote is, roads, where we're going, we won't need roads.
Oh.
5, 4.
I know that, but I'm not sure actually.
It is Back to the Future.
Oh, I know. Kimmy won't like me. Who are you, Kimmy? Because she absolutely loves that film.
I think that's the end line of the first film and the beginning line of the second one.
Yeah, I knew the quote. But,
Okay, so you didn't get that one, so you still got 3.
Yeah,
you still got 2 more to get to win. Okay, now this one you should get, but we'll see. And it's a bit of a long one, okay? Why am I calling you by your first names? I don't even know you. I still call my boss Mr. And I've been working for him for 7 years. But all of a sudden I walk in here and I'm calling you Rick and Sheila like we're in some kind of AA meeting. I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want some breakfast.
Some kind of AA meeting.
You should know this.
What is
5,
this?
4,
Can you say it again?
3. That entire thing again? No.
It's some kind of AA
All right, I'm gonna say just the last little bit, okay? But all of a sudden I walk in here and I'm calling you Rick and Sheila like we're some kind of AA meeting. I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want some breakfast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to give you a clue, but you're not going to get the point. He then gets out a machine gun and starts blowing up the McDonald's.
Falling down.
Falling down. But you didn't get it.
Oh, yeah, that's not fair because
Falling down. That's like
half a point.
That's one of our best movies.
Half a point. I know, I knew it.
No, not half a point because
I've given
you got asked the question, you got given a clue.
But I've given you half a point for doing that.
Nope,
before.
half a point.
That's
3,
bad
3.
form.
You didn't get it in time.
It doesn't matter. It's still bad form.
Okay. Here's the next one. Come out to the coast. We'll get together. Have a few laughs.
Die Hard.
5. Oh, well done.
Come out to the coast.
Okay, so you got 4. Wow, you got 2 quotes left.
Yeah.
If you get either of these, you win. Oh, our pressure is on now, okay?
Come on.
Here's the next one. Hans, Bubby, I'm your white knight. 5, 4.
Oh, is that your funny
3,
film that you like? That
2,
funny film.
1.
I can't remember what it's
Go.
called. Hang on. What's it called?
You lose.
Oh, it's that funny film that
It's
you like.
Die Hard again.
No.
Yeah.
What's that?
When Hans Gruber goes into the
Hans.
office.
Oh no, I thought it was that
and
funny
that kind
film.
of cheesy guy.
Oh, that's
What's
so
his name?
annoying. Yes, I know you with the funny cheesy grin.
Yeah, he says, like, don't tell him anything, he's not on your side. He goes, Hans, Bubby, I'm your white knight. So I tried to fool you, but then by having 2 Die Hard quotes.
Frustrating.
Right, you have to get this one, otherwise you lose all of Games of Insanity. Here we go, guys.
I don't lose all of the Games of Insanity.
For today you do. For today you do, okay.
Oh.
I'm going to try and do his voice. I'm not very good at voices. So. Live as one of them, Kal-El, to discover where your strength and your power are needed, but always hold in your heart the pride of your special heritage. They can be a great people, Kal-El. They wish to be. They only lack the light to show the way. For this reason, above all, their capacity for good, I have sent them you, my only son. 5, 4,
Star Wars?
3, 2, 1.
Star Wars. I said Star Wars.
That's not Star Wars.
It's not. Superman?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not really into
The
Superman.
original Superman
I'm not
film.
really into Superman. Oh no. I mean, I liked Richard Pryor in it. He's quite
Yeah, he was funny. That was
But
Superman 2 or 3?
Annoying. Oh.
You got 4 out of 10.
Oh, so frustrating.
Come to the
won
coast,
away.
get together, have
Come
a few
to the
laughs.
coast. I should have listened to that Hans one because I should have got that.
Bubby.
But yeah, I know.
I'm your white knight.
I know. Oh.
Well, you did well. You got 4 out of 10. So let's have a look at the ones you got. You got Dirty Dancing,
Dan's gonna get
Rocky,
really fed up with me now.
300, which I'm really impressed by. You
yeah.
got that one. That was great.
Yeah.
You didn't get Falling Down.
I know,
Rick and
but
Sheila.
I do know that. I knew it. I just
And you got Die Hard, but you didn't get the second Die Hard.
Yeah, but hang on. Really, that's 4.5 points because I kind
Still
of
lost,
when you gave
but
the
you didn't
quote,
have
when
a
you
point.
gave me a clue.
You can have half a point now, you've lost, but you still lost.
So I got 4.5. That's only half a point away from 5, so that's not bad. Stop taking the mic. Oh,
Okay, we're going over to our next section,
Dan,
which
I'm so
is
sorry.
Joke of the Week.
Yay! Joke of the week.
And this time we have to, we've been doing the cross-eyed thing. I think people,
yes.
they're loving that, but they're probably getting a little bit bored of it. So now we
what
have to
we do
do
now?
Joke of the Week in a foreign accent.
Oh, right, okay. What, the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Right, you go
Or
first.
maybe
then.
the punchline.
Yeah, maybe the punchline.
Just
Go
maybe let's
first
do the
then.
joke with the punch. Let's mix things up. We're
Okay.
spontaneous,
You do it
guys.
then.
This is
Yeah,
like
you start
Amdram
then.
theatre going on here.
You
Okay.
start.
I meant to look for my missing watch, but I could never find the time.
What lies at the bottom of the ocean and twitches? A nervous wreck.
Did you hear about the great new shovel? It's groundbreaking! I don't know what accents these are. We're just making stuff up, random stuff, okay.
How did the bullet lose its job? It got fired.
Got fired. Nice. Very nice. Okay, what are we going over to next, Happy?
Holy Ghost gossip.
It's time for Holy Ghost Gossip. And this week we're looking at the topic
Belief.
belief. Do you believe?
Do you believe? I was just thinking, do you believe in love? Remember that song? Can you remember who did that?
Oh,
We must do a quiz on this
No.
for Mr. Paul. Quiz on the music.
Is it Shania Twain or is it?
No, do you believe in love?
I went to a Shania Twain concert once.
I liked Shania Twain, actually.
No,
She
she
was
didn't
very
impress
good.
me very much. Or is it the Titanic woman?
Celine Dion.
Did she sing it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew it was either her or Shania
Yeah.
Twain.
Yeah.
You don't impress me much.
Yeah, that was cool. I did like Shania Twain.
I don't hear her anymore, does she? She stopped singing?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't. But mind you, when we went to London, they said that she sort of spends a lot of money in Harrods, didn't they? Remember when she gets the jewellery
that's
and
true.
stuff?
That's true. Yeah.
Anyway, aren't we supposed to be talking about?
I went to a.
belief.
See, I went to a Tom Cruise concert once as well.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like shouting at him, saying, "Tom, you're so amazing, so amazing. I bet this is the only time people ever praise you." He said, "Well, it's not unusual."
Unusual.
Okay, so we're looking at belief.
Yeah.
And what do you want to talk about belief, Nick? What do you want to say about belief? The importance of faith?
So what I'll do is I'm gonna share this scripture. Mark 9:23 says, Jesus said to him, "If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes." So I think it's just, Jesus is saying to us, you just must believe and trust, because I think it's easy for us to doubt something. It's easy, isn't it, for the flesh to kind of think, yeah, but the chances of that happening are slim, or yeah, I just don't know if that could happen. And just imagine if the people in the Bible, like with Noah, for instance, didn't believe God when he said to build an ark and that he was going to flood the earth. What if he said, yeah, I don't know if I really believe that right now. I don't know if that's going to work. If they didn't have the belief in God, in what he said, what could have happened there? It could have all gone terribly wrong. So I think it's an extremely, as we know, it's obviously a massive thing for without faith. It says it's impossible to please God, and him who comes to God must believe that he is.
Yeah.
So it's a huge thing, isn't it, to God? It's very important for him to see our hearts and see that we really, totally, truly trust and believe in him and what he says.
And belief is contextual as well. It's like it's not we believe God for anything and everything, because
that's right.
if God hasn't said it, you can believe all you want for that mansion on the hill or for that cherry red Ferrari. You can believe and believe and believe, but you're not going to have. Belief isn't a magical power that if you have enough of it, then you can generate anything in this world. We do not believe that. Christianity doesn't teach that. It's belief in a specific context.
That's right.
So if God says, "I'm bringing a flood upon the earth, and I want you to build a boat," then you have a context there that God has given a promise that Noah had to believe in, and so he built the boat out of obedience to that. And also, if you were to say to me, maybe something along the lines of like, "Oh, you should have seen what I saw last night. It looked like the abominable snowman walking across my front garden," right? Now, if you were being completely sincere and weren't messing around, I saw that last night and I turned around and went, "No, you didn't. I don't believe you." Then I would be actually insulting your character. I would be calling you a liar.
Yes, that's right.
Because you're trying to express a truth of something you believe that you saw.
Yes.
Now, whether you saw it or not, once again, that's another thing, but you believed it. Me calling you a liar or saying that you're just making stuff up, that's an insult or an attack on your character. It's the same with God. If God said that you're saved by faith,
that's right.
and we're like, "Ooh, don't know about that, I'm going to try and work my way to heaven," you're actually calling God a liar and insulting his character. And so that's why faith and belief and trust are so important, because if we don't believe God's promises or God's word or trust him, we're maligning his character.
Yeah, so it's like grieving God, really. It's like if you're not, perfect explanation what you just said. For if I was to say that to you, and I knew that I truly did see this snowman or whatever, or Gruffalo, whatever it is, if I knew that I saw that and you were like, nah, that would be painful to me because I would be thinking, wow, I know what I saw. So it's like like you said, you're calling me a liar. So yeah, you can understand that God, it must be quite sort of, well, it's upsetting for him for him to see that his children aren't believing something that he said, like you say, he's going to do in his word. So yeah.
And all relationships, I don't care what the relationship is, if it's a good relationship, it's built on trust. And that's why salvation from start to finish has always been based on faith or trust, because salvation to God isn't a way for you to get to heaven, it's a way for you to start a relationship with him. And so it's always been by faith, it's always been by trust. Whether you're in the Garden of Eden or whether you're in the book of Revelation, salvation has always been by faith alone. And that's because God wants us to trust him and have that parent-child relationship, because it would break my heart if my children were really young and I promised them something and they turned around and went, I don't believe you, Daddy, you're a liar. That would really harm our relationship.
Yes, definitely.
And as a father, I would make sure that if I promised them a gift, I would get it for them. And that's kind of, it upset me a bit this year because I said, for Christmas I want to get you the PlayStation 5, right? And I saved up my money and bought all the games and controllers and everything else. And then kind of Sony pulled back on the console, and it's like, oh man, I've given my word I'm going to get a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. And then Sony, and so my word was broken, but not through any fault of my own.
Yeah.
And so now I've kind of promised them they're going to get it for their birthday, but once again, but I don't want to break my word to my children because I want my children to trust me and to know that when I promise something, I'm going to come through for them, and it's the same with God.
Yeah, I totally agree. So just be aware of that, isn't it? Be aware that I'd say like faith, trust and belief kind of all go hand in hand in that respect, don't they?
Yeah.
And be aware that if you are doubting God and you're doubting what he's said in his word, then that's painful for God, and he's your Lord and Saviour, and he's done so much for you. So just remember that, and actually tell yourself off if you start to feel, because we know feelings are fickle, don't we? And we know that feelings can just be all over the place sometimes if somebody's feeling a bit emotional or whatever. So just give yourself a good telling off if you start to feel like that, and say, no, I feel like this, but I'm going to trust God. I'm just going to give it to God, and I'm going to believe God because I know God is who he says he is and does what he says he will do.
Exactly. Brilliant. Okay, happy? What are we going over to now?
Oh boy, it's time for the Pie Face Challenge.
It's time for the Atomic Pie Face Challenge. And guys, time is running out.
It's not the Atomic Pie, not yet, because we haven't got the pie.
Yeah, but the game is called the Atomic Pie Face because it's
but
leading
we're not doing
towards
that yet,
your
though.
demise.
Yeah, but no, it's not my demise. Hang on a minute. Just because you're 2 points ahead currently. Actually, check that, Dan. Hang on a minute. Check that. Because Dan did notice, actually, I think you were the one that you did win.
Didn't Dan say to you he's going to swap sides soon?
You're not allowed that win from the time. Hang on a minute. You're not allowed that win from the time before because actually you didn't abide by the rules. That's actually you're only 1 point ahead. Actually,
liar! I don't believe you. I don't trust you.
I know he doesn't like it, but it's true, isn't it, Dan? So
I know
it wasn't me. Dan saw it. Dan knows it. Now you're really upsetting me right now. So yeah, he's 1 point ahead actually. Okay.
We'll see about that.
We will see. Yeah.
We'll see. All right. So Nikki's got the game this week anyway. So we'll see.
Right.
Who wins this one? So we've got to take this in turns. Is this a timed game?
It's 60 seconds. It's famous 60 seconds. And I'm going to let you do this first. Where's the spoon? There it is. Right. Okay.
Just a spoon.
So we've got here.
So let's do the stopwatch
cotton wool balls in a little container there. Actually, what we can do is just leave it on there and hold it here. So we've got cotton wool balls in here, and Paul said he uses this all the time. He really likes
it makes me shiver.
And what you have to do is blindfold yourself. Yep. So you can do that with that. So that's the right way. There we go.
All right, so, okay, do I do it now?
And then I'll do the timer, yeah.
All right, so just press start on the timer.
And then we get 60 seconds. What you have to do is, so blindfold yourself, And then he needs this tin as well. So
Okay.
this tin I'll put in front of you.
Where's the tin?
That, if you've got the tin.
Oh, there. Just going on my head.
It goes on your head. You have to hold it with the one hand. That's it, on your head.
Gonna ruin my hairstyle.
And then what he has to do with the other hand is get the spoon. And spoon out as many cotton wool balls as he can and get them into the container on his head, which you can hold, by the way, with the other hand if you want to, Paul. Because you don't want it to fall on the floor.
I'm showing off.
Yeah. And so it's whoever in 60 seconds can get as many cotton wool balls into the tin. If they fall on the table, it's all void. Fall on the floor, it's void. So it's got to be in the tin, okay? And if the tin falls on the floor, then you're in trouble. So. Right, so I'm just going to put this in front of Paul.
My hairspray should keep this
So
up.
hold that. And oh, perhaps
Can you
not.
find that for me?
Perhaps not.
Can't see.
Can you find that?
Last time I buy that hairspray, I'm telling you. All right. So, okay. And where's my spoon?
It's obviously not Tresemme. Your spoon is in there.
What's in there?
So hold that.
Okay,
There you
yep.
go. And the container's there. Okay, so you
Yep.
feel the container.
Feel.
But you got to do it with a spoon, Paul. You can't.
All right.
do it.
What are you doing? What are you playing around with it for?
No, because you can't have it right next to your, like there. You have to have it here.
No, I don't. There's no rule to say I've got to have it 1 inch away from my belly. That's rubbish. Shut up.
You got to play by the rules, Paul.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Dan will check and he'll see.
There is no rule about 1 inch away from the belly.
Right, so you got 60 seconds. Okay, so I'll say when. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
This is insane. You can't feel anything. It's horrible. You're just laughing because it's all falling out, isn't it? So nothing on him. You wait till it's your turn, girl. How much time have I got left?
So you're on 40 seconds now, okay? You've got 10 seconds. Stop.
Oh, I didn't do too bad.
Let me see.
I didn't do too bad. I thought I had
The
nothing.
other person has to count to make it fair, just to check.
Chuck them everywhere.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whee! You got 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's weird, Nick, because you can't
11.
feel anything.
I know. So I need to make,
that's yours.
excuse me, but I need to just do that to make it fair because you've messed them all up.
You do whatever you feel you need to do to win.
But we've got to make it fair, you know, because I know sometimes you like to mess around with things like that, but let's try and make it unfair. Right.
Yeah, you fluff it up as big as you can. Go on.
Okay. There we go. Right.
So you do all that, and I'll press start when you're ready. Where's my Pepsi? Some cola flavoured drink right now.
Right.
So 11 to beat then.
Right.
On your marks. Get set. Away. Go. I'll tell you when you've got 20 seconds to go, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, 20 seconds to go. ...10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Wow. Now I'll tell you what happened there.
What?
We'll count them off in a minute.
Hang on. No, I
Sorry.
haven't seen. What happened?
The very first one, you scooped up tons and chucked it in. And then almost every other one after that you missed. And then the final spoon, you took up a massive lot again and chucked it in. So we'll count these off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Nikki wins.
Don't give up on me, Dan.
An atomic pie face point. Mr. Crutchley, you're always welcome onto my team. You know that any day, you handsome thing, you. So Nikki wins the atomic pie face challenge this week.
So we're even now because you were disqualified. You were disqualified in that one.
Okay, so we haven't got many weeks left, you know. I think we're going to be going back to the garage in a few weeks.
Yes,
So
yeah.
until then, guys, see you next Friday evening. Paul Nicky Show. God bless. Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. We hope you like it. Now, what would be really nice is if you would subscribe to our channel and told all your friends about us, as this would advertise our show for free. And it would be really nice if you could do that for me. The Paul and Nicky Show, the greatest show on earth. Woohoo!